Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nick and Jeff Show. I'm Nick, and today I have the lovely, beautiful, handsome
Jeff.
Jeff. I don't know.
Your voice sounded so different, Nick. I'm not used to it. It sounded like you were in a reception desk, and everyone, hello, this is the place where we're meeting.
Well, I feel like I put you on the spot a little bit every time I do that, but I've noticed when I'm editing, every single time, like I think every podcast we've done it, I'm always like, hello, everybody, welcome back to the Nick, and like it's always like a blam through the microphone, and so I wanted to just do a nice hello, welcome back to the Nick and Jeff Show.
Very good.
So yes. I'm not booming into the mic, but
Nick,
we'll see
what kind of show
out.
are we? Where can people find us?
People can find us at youtube.com/Nick and Jeff, facebook.com/Nick and Jeff, and on podcast services of your choice.
The only reason I say this is because I listen to a professional podcast.
Oh.
And they were only on Spotify. Like, I asked them, like, hey, I've got an iPhone. I can't find your podcast. And they're like, we're only on Spotify. I'm like, bitch, what? I am an amateur. A professional podcast. Like, I'm an amateur podcaster, YouTuber. And we're on everything.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Wow.
Yes, if you're listening, yes, I'm very proud. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and then everything else. That it's there. Nick and Jeff is there.
Oh yeah, we're always here for you, Nick and Jeff.
Anyway, Nick, what are we talking about?
This week, Jeffrey, we're going. Let's see. We've sort of saved a few topics, but I think periodically over the next couple of months, if we sort of want to save a topic, we want to talk about different consoles or different, maybe we'll have one for the Game Boy, maybe we'll have one for the Game Boy Advance, maybe we'll have one for the Wii, PlayStation, I don't know. But this week, we're both really excited to talk about the Nintendo Gamecube.
And that's because it's the best one, let's be real.
It's really, it really is an amazing little console.
I kind of think, like, we had, I had a Nintendo 64. Did you have? I think you had one. I feel like
64.
The GameCube is like our growing up teenage era.
I feel like that was the turning. Yeah, that was the turning point for me as well. Like, I think the GameCube was the first console that I bought myself. Like, I saved up and did a bunch of chores. Whereas I think that the difference was the 64 was maybe a birthday present or a Christmas present or something something like that. But I think you saved up and bought your own GameCube as well.
Yes, I remember actually. Specifically, had a chore list, and I got 50 cents for walking the dog, $1 for taking out the rubbish, that kind of stuff. And I saved for months to get the GameCube.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like months, maybe a year.
Yeah, this was another one back in the day, but you had a little bit more money than me. And I think you got the GameCube maybe 6 months before me, but you got it on launch.
Yes, I did get it on launch. I think I've got some launch questions lined up, or maybe we'll talk about it. But
okay.
I'm gonna stick to our topic list, Nick, before I get totally sidetracked.
Okay. We both do.
Let's talk about the physical hardware, the GameCube.
The cube itself.
The cube itself. What color did you get, Nick?
I got the black one because you got the purple one.
I got the purple. I love the purple one.
I love the black one.
Did you see the Japanese, the spice orange one?
I actually only looked that up the other day once we visited your friend. Actually, speaking of a little off topic, I saw him when I went to donate blood. He was at the blood van yesterday, just there. So
you were probably he was actually. I saw him once. I talked to him on Snapchat about that.
Anyway,
did you? I just remember how awesome the handle was, right? Like, did you ever move the console?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I moved it all the time, but like there were times I remember I packed it up to bring over to your place. So like you'd have a TV and I'd have a TV and we just sort of play together. We weren't playing multiplayer games. We were just playing stuff by ourselves. But
I just remember how short the cord was really short for the controller. So I would handle the GameCube and bring it bit further out from where I was playing, or where, I'd put it away in a corner or next to the TV or something.
Well, the cord was short for the controllers, but we fixed that eventually, didn't we?
Yeah, we got the white GameCube controllers.
No, we got the wavebirds.
The wavebirds. Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's on your topic list, but I feel like that was our first.
It's a helicopter. I was really confused. I thought the house was shaking.
Yeah, our first wireless controller, the Wavebird. I'm not sure how you want to... We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the Waybird was amazing, right? And we used
yeah.
to do the little. You were playing, and then I'd flick the little RF channels, like 1 to 16 or something, and then I'd
Yeah.
like take over your controller.
Or we'd
so
end up
good.
on the same channel to just sort of stuff each other up every now and then.
One of the special things about the GameCube, Nick, it had a little disc thing on the top cover on the loader, and you could replace the little black silver
Little GameCube
black,
logo?
yeah, where the GameCube logo was. And I think, did you have a Metroid Prime one?
No.
Do I imagine that?
You must have
I thought
imagined
you
that.
did.
I did have the Game Boy attachment, that the big chunky thing clunk that went on the bottom,
Yes.
and used to play a bunch of.
That made it a real cube.
It did. I mean, I guess the equivalent was the N64 attachment back in the day that we used to do with the Game Boy games to play like Pokemon Stadium and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the transfer pack, that was cool.
Transfer
Different console.
Yeah. But I played so many Game Boy games because I never had a Game Boy Advance, so that's how I played my Game Boy Advance games.
You didn't have one?
No, I never had a Game Boy Advance because I chose the GameCube adapter instead.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the GameCube adapter or the Game Boy Advance adapters. That's how I played all my Game Boy Advance games.
It looked really good though.
At least until I got a DS, then I started playing my Game Boy Advance games on the DS.
Yes. All right, Nick. I think we briefly mentioned how we saved up and got one. Oh, you got yours later. But let's talk about the launch games, right? Do you remember what games first came out with GameCube and what your first games were?
Let's see. I feel like the launch games from memory, obviously Smash Brothers. That was the big one.
Was it though?
Was it
Keep going. That was a launch window.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there is a difference, but there's not really a difference.
Well,
but yes. I'll tell you a story about that. Keep going.
I feel like I distinctly remember you doing some sort of midnight launch for Smash Brothers, but I guess I'll let you get to that.
So keep telling me about your first games.
Anyway,
you remember?
So I remember the day that I traded in my 64 and like saved up all this money and bought my GameCube. I didn't have any games for it yet. I could only afford the console itself. So I remember I was just so excited to take it home. Like, I know, being a kid and being poor, right? But yeah, so I could only afford the GameCube by itself. So I took that home and I was just so excited and turned it on a bunch of times just to hear that GameCube sound, and then ended up borrowing Smash Brothers off you or Luigi's Mansion or something like that. But my first game was Sonic Adventure 2. That was my...
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that, but of course. Of course it was.
Yeah, that was my very first GameCube game. I guess that's probably a good...
That's an incredible game. I'm very glad that's your first game.
Good explanation as to where, I guess, people... my love of Sonic came from. But it was also back in the day before, like, I got the GameCube, couldn't afford any games, so then I got Sonic, and I couldn't afford a memory card, so I would play. It was still back then. It was still it was still like another month or two until I could afford a memory card.
I remember how we borrowed a Dreamcast of someone from church or something, and we had Sonic Adventure 1, and we tried to get so far into it, but we didn't have a memory card. I don't know if they did, but that would have been so painful.
That's why I got so good at that first Sonic level, and why it was so heartbreaking when you beat me in that episode of Nick vs. Jeff.
Oh, that's incredible. I'm so happy that was your first game. I didn't realize. I probably did, but maybe I didn't.
Okay. What was your first game? Luigi's Mansion?
Okay, no. So I was like you. I had the GameCube. I had enough money. Me and Troy saved up. But I wanted Super Smash Brothers, right? Super Smash Brothers in Australia didn't come out for like an extra 30 days.
Oh, wow. So it was a whole month later.
Yeah, so, GameCube launched quite late compared to like America and Japan, right? So Smash Brothers was already out.
Yeah.
And then so it came to Australia 6 months later or whatever. And they're like, why isn't Smash Brothers at launch? We'll just make everyone wait an extra 30 days. So I'm like, that was so dumb. So my first game was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, I loved it. It was great.
I guess, well, this is back in the day when we had the 64 one and we played the crap out of that on the 64. So I guess switching over to number 3 on the GameCube.
Yeah, it looked really good. I think it had a custom created character. I know all those Tony Hawk songs.
Wow.
I think I would have had a memory card. But yeah, and then I think there was Pikmin, but I didn't get that until later. Much.
Right.
I don't think I ever owned it, actually. I don't know. I must have borrowed it. Nick, that was our first games. Now, this is the first console. Like, you said you bought it and you didn't have any games. This is the first Nintendo console with a user interface, an actual UI. So how long did you spend in that cube user interface playing around?
I don't even remember. To be like,
I think it was on screen like 5 minutes.
It was just on screen. But with games like, say, Sonic Adventure 2, there were things that I abused in that system where, like, I saved up 2,000 rings in Sonic or whatever it was, but you had to have 2 memory cards. I remember I had to get a second memory card, or I borrowed it off Ben. But
was that how you saved your Chow or something?
Yeah, and so I'd boot up the Chow Garden, spend my 2,000 rings, raise the Chows, then delete the save file from a memory card, copy it over from another memory card, and then just go in, spend all my rings again, and all that sort of stuff. So I spent a lot of time in the memory doing that and messing around with Resident Evil save files.
I loved all the little icons. You can see them now, like just the little icons. They're so cool. I don't know if the save icons are that good anymore.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think they're just maybe like a little thumbnail. That's sort of They're not animated or anything like they used to be back in the GameCube.
But yeah, that was some of my favorite things. I'm just seeing it on screen. I'm distracted now.
I don't know if it's on
whoever this profile is.
I don't know if it's on the topic list, but there's a memory that I have with the GameCube that I need to share, which pops into my head a couple times a year. I don't know, and this is literally a couple times a year ever since my 12th or 13th birthday, and I wonder when you'll realize where I'm going with this. But
I think I know. Maybe keep going.
But there was one of my birthdays. I remember I did a bunch of stuff, and like mum and dad, once my mum and dad, my aunties, and I had a big party. All my friends come over, and we played a bunch of games. And all I wanted was money because I wanted to buy more GameCube games, and so. You and I went to the shops with Ben. You and Ben went to the shops. We went to the Big W at Strathpine.
I remember that trip.
Yeah, and we bought 2 games. We bought.
Oh, I know one game. Oh, actually,
we bought Metroid Prime.
Yes. Oh, wait, can I guess? Yeah. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Is it F-Zero?
It's F-Zero.
Oh yes. Okay. Cool.
And this is the thing. This goes to show how much influence and power you had on me as a teenager.
Did I give you some extra money you were short?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Keep going with your story.
If you did, I don't remember that. But this is back in the day where you had so much influence on me at church and stuff, and I was just like, oh, Jeffrey, I wanted a brother so badly that I just whatever Jeffrey says, I'll do. Just like an idiot. But you were like, Nick, you got to get Metroid and you got to get F-Zero. I'd never heard of these games. I never played them on the Super Nintendo or the 64 or anything, and I only knew Samus from Smash Brothers and Captain Falcon and Captain Falcon from.
Did you play Super Metroid at all? Did you have a Super Nintendo?
Not till years later.
Yeah, I think I remember watching someone else play Super Metroid, but I never actually had it. As I didn't own it.
But I remember we finished it. We took the games home.
Keep going.
Took the games home. We played a bunch of F-Zero, and I liked it. But I wanted to play the Metroid game, the game that had Samus in it. I was like, I wonder what this cool little space robot going around shooting stuff. I'm like, I was super excited. And after you left, I'm like, where's the game? And you took it without.
Did I take it?
You took it without asking.
Did I really?
And I remember I called you on the phone. I was like, Jeffrey, do you have Metroid? And you were like, yeah, I just really wanted to borrow it, so I thought I'd just take it. And I was like, but it's my birthday, and you took my birthday game, and I was so upset. And
I remember us buying it. Oh, sorry, you buying it. Yeah. And honestly, I don't remember, but I thought in my mind when you were trying to recall the story, like, oh, maybe I gave him $20 or something extra, and he was short, and I decided to take it and finish it, and then I'll bring it back. Like I must have had something on you to take it from you. Like,
I don't remember.
I don't remember just taking, like, maybe I did, maybe.
But to the point
It doesn't sound out of the realm of possibility that I would just
True,
take
you're right. It doesn't. Like, I don't remember you giving me money, but maybe you did. But to the point that to this day, I'll sometimes buy a new game. If I buy a physical game, I'll be leaving the store and I'll be like, I wonder if Jeffrey's going to steal this off me. just a little demon in the back of my head.
I feel like I repay that favor somehow because what is it? I bought Resident Evil Village and I'm like, Nick, don't buy that. Like, I don't have time to play. I think I was going to Melbourne or something. I'm like, you have it.
Yeah.
And you come back. I'm like, so yeah, I haven't forgotten.
I was so salty about that for years.
And then, actually, so this sort of moves on to another topic, Nick. Like, but I had Metroid Prime, right? And I guess my topic is GameCube in Australia specifically, right?
Yes.
And Metroid Prime came out again, like a couple months later after America, right?
Yep.
And I feel like I looked at Metroid Prime and I wanted to get 100% of everything, and I kept reading these specific things about. Oh, I read all the scan logs in Metroid Prime, and I knew Metroid Prime was coming, and how the space pirates, I don't know, took all these weapons and gave it to the Metroid Prime or whatever. And I'm like,
yep.
No. I scanned everything, right? I never read, like, those story things.
Yeah.
Why is the internet, like, going crazy about this? And it turns out that Metroid Prime got reworked or redone, like, from the American release to the Australian release. So there's a whole bunch of changes, right?
Oh, wow.
Heaps. Some like little bits of voice acting, quality of life improvements, tons of little stuff. And they reworked some of the story beats, right? And so I just couldn't figure out why people on the internet were saying one thing and my experience was different. But that's because, we as Australians often received these GameCube games later. Right? And I guess the internet wasn't as big as it is now, obviously. So, did you, like, some of the other things, I guess this might be a me topic, I don't know, but...
Maybe.
Specifically, Animal Crossing we got Animal Crossing in Australia. It didn't come to a lot of the European countries. I don't know if it came later or eventually. Yeah. But it came to Australia because Australia just speaks English, right? We didn't need to translate it into, like, French, German, I don't know, what other languages are there? Portuguese, Spanish or something. So we got that. And then the other thing, this is just me remembering it, right? I feel like the GameCube was so small in Australia, like the audience, compared to PS2 and Xbox. And it's because the DVD player, right?
The region stuff?
Well, not the region stuff, but...
Oh, that's right. The PS2 had... That's right. The PS2 had DVD player.
Everyone wanted a DVD player, and the PS2 was like one of the most affordable DVD players, and the GameCube didn't play DVDs, so it didn't have an uptake. And especially in Australia, it felt small, and being a Nintendo fan on the GameCube was so limited and small. And that's probably why I reached out to the internet and forums and stuff like that. So that was like...
Yeah. I completely forgot about that.
My experience.
So, wow, I completely forgot about that. The PS2 played DVDs, and that was a big selling point for them. Like, this plays DVDs.
Massive
and
selling point.
Isn't it funny how, like, just how the world's changed? Like, nowadays, I mean, the PS5 can play Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays and all sorts of stuff, but no one cares. Everyone just wants streaming services.
Yeah.
Like, imagine what the world's going to look like in another 20 years? Like, on the PS10, it's just DVDs, streaming services. No, I'm in the movie. I don't know. Who knows?
Let's jack in.
Jackie in. Remember the Matrix game? I played Enter the Matrix.
That was actually really good.
That was a really good game.
2 discs on the GameCube one.
Oh, I don't remember, but I remember that's where I first wanted to learn more about computers, and Ben taught me a little bit about the whole computer hacking and how the whole DOS worked, and oh jeez, that takes me back. What was okay? So that's I'm not sure where it is on the topic list or if you want to get into it, but I want to know your favorite GameCube games. You bring it back up. I'm like, Animal Crossing. Remember being like on the forums?
Yeah, and then getting all the NES codes for Animal Crossing had real rewards back then.
Yeah, real stuff.
And I think that's why I'm burnt out. Not that I played 150 hours of the latest one, but like all the ones in between, I didn't care because I played so much of that GameCube one. Which was this Nintendo 64 game. Nick, I wrote top 3 games, but I'll probably just waffle. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's easy. Resident Evil 4. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Easy.
I mean,
I'm probably missing a whole bunch there, but like, how incredible are those ones, right?
I mean, yeah. If you think about it, if we were to make a top 10 GameCube games list, they would be the top 3, like Resident Evil 4, Wind Waker, and Smash Brothers.
The way I'm thinking about it, right, just very briefly in my mind, GameCube had such an incredible library that most of the titles are available elsewhere now.
Nope.
Switch.
Nope.
Even
I disagree.
You disagree? All right. That's fine. So, what are your favorite titles on GameCube, Nick?
The ones that still haven't been ported to anything. Like, I mean, yes, they did do a HD remake of Sonic, or HD port of Sonic Adventure 2, but I want to see like a HD remake of Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, I'm saying, so that game's Sonic Adventure 2 is available on other platforms.
On PS3. It's available on PS3.
Is that it? Is it not
Yes.
on? It's on PC, surely.
Well, maybe it's on PC. But
Anyway, sorry. I'm saying, keep going.
The Metroid series, Metroid 1 and 2, they're stuck.
Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 are part of a trilogy on Wii. And you know it's coming to Switch.
Is it, though? That's confirmed, is it? I don't know. Like, it has to be,
it's
right?
It's a rumor forever.
Rumor forever.
All I can think of in my mind is, it's probably, not that I know anything, but like if I was Nintendo and I HD-ified the trilogy, I'd be like, okay, I want to hype up Metroid Prime 4 when we're actually finished making it.
Yeah.
Do I release Metroid Prime Trilogy HD before Metroid Prime 4 or after?
Oh, yes. Before. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's a good point. After.
I mean, I don't know the answer,
but so there's like
Metroid Prime Trilogy is available on Wii, which is available on Wii U, which I think I've got your copy.
Metroid Prime Trilogy?
Two. Yeah, we've got 2.
Do you still have it? Oh, we'll get into that after. That'd be mine then, because that'd be mine. I thought I lost it.
I thought I saw one at your house like last time I was there.
Because I bought a second
pile behind you.
Yeah, I bought a second one because I thought I lost it. I bought a second one because I thought I lost it. You have it? Oh my god!
Yeah.
If you've just tuned in, this
I
is
think you gave it to me. You gave it to me when you sold all your stuff like years ago, obviously.
Oh my god! All right.
Or for safety. Anyway,
we'll talk about
your favorite GameCube game is Nick.
We'll talk about that off here. So Sonic, the Metroid 1 and 2, still kind of stuck. I'd say
they're such great games. Incredible.
F-Zero, obviously.
Oh my god, you're right. That's not there. F-Zero GX is not.
F-Zero.
Nick, I remember
Tales of Symphonia.
That's on PS3, I think.
Again, just like Sonic 2, they did like the HD.
Yeah, they did.
Up-res on like the 1080p up-res on PS3. Doesn't count. I feel like that PS3 was what 2008.
All right, yeah.
2009. No. I need more. I want Beautiful Joe again.
Yeah, I'm with the F-Zero. Yeah, because Beautiful Joe definitely.
Yeah, there's still other games like that did get that little HD port, like the Resident Evil remake, I guess, Resident Evil 1 remake.
Yeah,
how like you can still buy those on the PS3.
Even the current consoles, I think, have them.
Yeah. What is going on with this video? Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
So your F-Zero story. You know how I borrowed Metroid Prime? I remember somehow coming. I think I got really good at F-Zero GX, and then I lent it, or you had it, or I had it. I don't know. Whoever, you owned it. But eventually, a few months later, I remember coming back, and like you had gotten so good at that game. I just remember Ben worried. He was like, "Holy crap!" Maybe it was you or me. It was one of us.
Yeah.
It was like, "Wow." Nick or Jeff, or both of you, like you've gotten so much better at F-Zero GX, and like, man, we did. That was a hard game.
That was a hard game. It still is a hard game. Oh, remember when we did did a Nick versus Jeff like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
We've done a lot of GameCube Nick versus Jeffs.
Yeah, they weren't great quality. They're sort of some of our earlier ones, but still, trying to replay that game 10, 15 years later. All of our skills gone. That game is so hard, and we were just all over the place. And oh my goodness,
Nick, I feel like you're still sad about your GameCube list. Keep going. I feel like there's more.
Oh, is there more?
or
I don't know,
you got sidetracked?
I mean, that's the thing. There's other games that they did port to the Wii U, I guess, like the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, but not lost. But I feel like just because they're not, I feel like a lot of games need to be brought up and just like there needs to be some sort of kind of like what Microsoft has with Game Pass. It's just you pay a subscription and there's just all these games that they have available. So with you can do that with the NES and the Super Nintendo, and now Nintendo 64 games to an extent on the Switch. So you can play those 3 consoles generations of games whenever you want. I mean, they may not be HD or up-res or anything like this, but a lot of the GameCube games are still sort of stuck. Any of the good Wii games, I think, got ported. Like we now have the new Wii Sports and stuff, and like most of the Wii U games came across. But there's still that 10-year, I'd say 10-year gap between the year 2000 and 2010, where a lot of games are still there.
I don't think we'll ever see a subscription service for GameCube games on Switch.
Really?
I feel like most of those games will either get the remake, remastering treatment, and Nintendo will try and sell it to us for a premium price, without a doubt. Right? I don't feel like there's like, Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion plus pack or something.
You're not wrong. But yeah, do you know what I mean? How like there's still a bunch of great games like I said, Sonic Adventure 2, Tales of Symphonia, Metroid, etc., etc. Some of them from the GameCube have been brought up. Like Twilight Princess did get the HD remaster, Wind Waker got the HD remaster, remake, whatever. But even then, those games are still stuck on the Wii U type thing. They're not still available today.
We want everything all the time.
Nick, when we have stuff from 1985 to the year 2000 available, why do we not have 2000 to 2010 available at any time? It's just like... Anyway, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think it's time for a quick break. And we'll be back after these messages from Gatorade.
Oh, yes. Sweet.
I'm just kidding.
Gatorade. Hurry up and sponsor us, Gatorade. Hit us up. I want free drinks.
We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. You know, we are still working out limitations on Zoom. But Nick, I had a memory, right? We had the GameCube, and you know, I was a big internet news reader, IGN, GameFAQs, I don't know, GameSpot, and I remember at the time they said we plan on supporting the GameCube for a long time. We want the GameCube to have a long life cycle in the console life cycle history or whatever, right? And normally it's about 5 years.
Yeah,
and we ended up with the Wii, right, which was pretty much a GameCube anyway, but. In between that, right? Because they were going to release the Wii remote or whatever for the GameCube as an accessory. Something. That was sort of a plan. But there was lots of crazy games with crazy accessories on the GameCube, right?
Oh, yes. I feel like I know where you're going with this.
So tell me, what do you think about all the crazy peripherals we played the games with?
Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly I'll name them, then we can go through them if you want. But the ones that I had, so I had the Game Boy Advance attachment, which I mentioned.
Yep.
There was the microphone for Mario Party.
Yeah. There
was the dance mat for Mario Dance Revolution that I had.
Yes.
And the Donkey Kong Congo Bongo Wongos.
They were what did you call them? Donkey Kong Bongo Bongos.
I don't know what they're called, but
they were definitely my favorite. So Nick,
those are the 4 that I think I had. I don't know if there was any more that
I don't know, but I think they're the biggest ones that I remember. I'm sure there was like a Taiko Drum Master add-on or something. Great.
Taiko.
Isn't it Taiko?
I don't know.
You know. But
I know what you're talking about.
My favorite was definitely the bongos. But tell me about the dance mat, because I didn't play. I think I played it with you once.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Mario dance mat.
I have very vague memories of the dance mat. I feel like it was one of those games that I had for. Or those things that I used for like a month and never touched again. But I have the most vivid memory I have is of me like dancing around in my room just by myself, sweating away in the corner of my house. And Dad comes and opens the door. He's like, "What is going on up here? Why are you stomping around upstairs?" I'm trying to work downstairs, and I'm just upstairs going, just stomping away doing these Mario themes. And I think there was a couple other normal songs in there, but it was a lot of Mario and Nintendo theme stuff. And I just remember Dad being annoyed because I'm stomping around like a maniac upstairs, and I loved it. It was a great workout. I remember it being a lot of fun. But
did it plug into like one of the controller ports, or did it plug into the memory card thing?
Oh, now that you say that, I don't remember.
I feel like I don't remember, but I feel like the microphone plugged into the memory card.
Maybe it did.
Because you would have had surely you would have had 4 people playing Mario Party, and then how would you have the microphone? So I feel like it would have had to plug into the memory card one.
Maybe there was another. There might have been another port or something, but that's all right. But I was actually really surprised how well the microphone worked. Probably 80-90% of the time.
What did we do? I remember playing Mario Party with it, but I don't remember what we actually did. Is it just like shouting?
I think you'd say like it was colors or numbers or something like that. You'd be like 5 or green or red or blue or something like that. And I think so I'm not sure how. I feel like I remember the microphone.
We played it
like
a fair bit,
But the problem was when people started yelling and getting excited, then the microphone would be all over the place. So.
There wasn't a "Hey You Pikachu," was there?
No, but I think there was like a tap, or you could do like, tap it on the side and it'll do this. Tap it on top and it'll do this. Tap it, and to get to
wow,
things. Yeah, there was some sort of feature like that if it was too loud. But the bongos, Jeffrey, I bought the games. I bought Donkey Konga and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Played the crap out of them, but I feel like you have a lot more love for them.
Absolutely. You're right. I think you bought them, and I feel like if I get into Donkey Konga first, right?
I played that a lot more.
Did we have 2? Like all of those songs. Maybe only had one.
I think one of your friends had one, and we stole it for a while. That sounds like us.
All of those songs are like I didn't like some of those Queen songs, right? I think that was my first introduction to what's the name of the song?
Don't Stop Me Now.
But yeah, Don't Stop Me Now. Like I didn't know about that song until Donkey Konga.
And what was the other one? Never had to knock on wood. Whatever that was.
Yeah, there's like so many that were just great and so fun. And then it was a lot of the clapping. Right, I don't want to clap loud in front of the microphone here, but it wasn't until Donkey Kong Jungle Beat that I think I really appreciated like how
because you did
awesome.
Everything.
The DK Jungle Beat game was, and how you could do it all with the bongos. But what took me by surprise, like, or just blew my mind, I'm playing this game, and then you could just tap the sides to clap instead of having to clap up the top. I'm like,
your hands would get sore.
Whoa, yeah. But I got so good at that game, like, and it's been re-released on Wii as a proper easy controls, but I was just flabbergasted how incredible that game was and what you could do with those Jungle Beat controllers.
Because I remember coming over and like I said, I played a lot of the music ones at Donkey Kong.
Donkey Konga.
I played a lot of Donkey Konga, and I love music games. I love like Guitar Hero and the Dance Mario game, like music, big thing. But the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, I remember I lent it to you for a while, and when you came back, you were just Donkey Kong Jungle Beat God. Like these levels, you'd be like, oh Nick, show me your high score that you have on this. So we'd boot in my save file, and you'd be like, and you'd have like 4 times my score for something. Just like, I'm like, holy, and you'd show me like, the levels and
because you could collect one banana, right? Like I don't really remember how it was, but it's, instead of collecting the one banana, you could do a backflip, walled kick, and then ground pound, and then clap in the air to collect the banana for like a score of 4 instead of a score of 1. And then some of those later levels are just entirely built to be one long continuous combo. Like,
how cool is that?
So I know that group of Nintendo developers is people who made Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey. Like, oh man, I'm just so impressed. And I just thought how much cooler this game is to me than it was for Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been what it was without Donkey Kong Country originally anyway.
True.
Because it still would have been on as good as
Yeah, I know you can't see my screen right now, but you included a trailer of Star Wars Rogue Leader. I completely forgot about this game until looking at it now, and oh my god, I have
Does it still look incredible?
It still does. I think it does. But I have so many happy memories of playing that game, and I'm so glad you put that trailer in there. Oh, that makes me feel happy.
But yes, so that was a lot of crazy accessories. People beat Dark Souls. I'm sure people have beaten Elden Ring with a pair of bongos. I'm sure it's on the internet. It's got to be there. But yeah, Nick, well, let's go through some of those other, not lesser games, but like just different games that are memories from the GameCube. Like, what did you think of Mario Kart Double Dash?
Well, yeah, I was just about to say with you use the term or the words lesser games. I remember how upset people were with Double Dash because of how it took things different, but not just Double Dash, Mario Sunshine and Wind Waker. How everyone was so negative on that, and I remember I was one of those negative Nellies for Wind Waker, and just how awesome those games are now. Like my family still busts out Double Dash at Christmas and stuff like that because my dad knows how to play and everyone remembers that all these fond memories.
Was it Z? You both had to press Z at the same time to swap?
Just if you're playing together to switch, yeah.
Yeah, that was so fun. And I remember me and you would be like, I'd be like, I don't mind being on the back because you could like punch left and right.
Yeah,
kind of like
great.
the F-Zero sort of nudge thing.
Yeah, so much fun. But I think Double Dash had some great tracks. What about you?
But then Double Dash only had like 16 tracks, I think, total.
Oh wow.
I think I could be wrong, but like it wasn't. They didn't have the you know how they have 20 old courses. Well, who knows what they have anymore, but
yeah,
they did at the time with more modern Mario Karts.
Yeah.
And what else on the list? Little Mario Sunshine, like Mario with his weenie backpack, like lame. Let's clean the world. I mean, I love Mario Sunshine, but
how much Mystic Homos did we play? We played so much Mystic Homos.
Geez. That was so Mystic Homos was what we called, it was Mystic Heroes, but on Game, I don't know if GameCube had that kitty image or if it was on other consoles as well, but other games had, is it Warriors? I don't know what, Dynasty Warriors?
Dynasty Warriors, yeah.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yep.
And then this was like a kiddie version of Dynasty Warriors, and we called it Mystic. It was Mystic Heroes, but we called it Mystic Homos, and we played 4 players split screen.
You called it Mystic Homos because I remember. I feel like I remember you hating. I'd be like, "Let's play Mystic Heroes." You'd be like, "No, I hate Mystic Homos." I feel like you now your brain has like rewired itself to be like, "Yeah, that game was great."
Well, I remember all the power-ups because they had different levels. All right, I remember the elements. Really cool, like
earth, fire, lightning. Was there a water one? I don't know, but
there would have been. There would absolutely.
And we all had favorite characters, but when we played 4-player, like we could all be the same one, but I was like, no, everyone has to be different characters. So
you would have been the fire character for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I actually really liked the wind character a lot too because he'd jump up and like shoot tornadoes into the ground. And
Nick, while I turn my light on, tell people about the controversy when Wind Waker was first revealed.
Oh, okay. Well, with Wind Waker, Jeffrey and I used to watch we still watch the E3s at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. But when they showed Wind Waker, everyone was like, "Oh, here's a new Zelda game," and they showed it, and they're like, "Oh, it looks like a cartoon." And what's with Link having all these like he's creeping around, he's got these facial expressions like, and people were not. I remember you showing me a lot of comments online back in the forums when you used to read those, and I used to just look over your shoulder. People were not happy with Wind Waker, and I was like, "This isn't Zelda. Where's Ocarina of Time and all this stuff?" Was Wind Waker before Twilight Princess or after? No, it had to be before.
It was before, definitely before.
Yeah, definitely before, because Twilight
I reckon 2003, 2001 or something.
But like, especially after having Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, was there something in between maybe for the Game Boy?
There was something called Space World where they had the realistic Ganon-looking trailer.
That's right.
Ganon and Link fight, and so everyone was expecting, oh my god, this is what the next Metroid Zelda game's going to look like. So and then that's what people were ready for.
They just went completely left field, and people were not happy.
But now, like, happy. Wind Waker is so beloved. Right? Like, I am itching to buy Wind Waker on Switch HD. And if Twilight Princess comes out, I'm like, nah, done. Oh, really? But if it's a dual pack, I'll have to suffer.
No, I'll get them both. I'll replay them both. I loved Twilight Princess.
Nick, did you play Eternal Darkness?
I did not. I watched you play a bit of Eternal Darkness.
Oh, that was really good. the sanity effects. It seemed like a very mature game, and so I thought it was very cool. But
I think I was a bit of a stubborn purist back then. I'm like, no, Resident Evil's the only horror game for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I just
didn't really care. How incredible! Like, tell me about Resident Evil. You played that so much. I think I was too scared.
All right. I think I just loved showing people, and I got really.
I mean, how good did any game look better than Resident Evil?
No, it didn't. No, it did not. But I think because I played it so much, I got over the fear of it, and so I liked getting other people to play it and watch them be scared. But also, just learning all the secrets of it was just a big puzzle. You're like, oh, I picked up this wrench. Wonder where this goes. And then you go put it here, and oh, you got a gem. The red gem. I know where the red gem. So you run across to the other side of the mansion, put the red gem in. It was just so good. I loved it.
Did you ever beat it there was tons of unlocks for certain times?
Nah, I was a stupid little kid. I never worked that out.
Okay, all right.
But I don't know what else. What else do we have on the topic list? Oh, Pokemon XD.
I didn't play that one.
I never played that, and I remember it bombed so hard. But
did it? I mean, if it bombed, sure. Yeah.
I thought it. Well, I thought I remember it bombing really hard. I don't even know what the gameplay was like. Was it like Pokemon Legends? Is that why they were afraid to do another thing like that? What was it?
All I know is there was Shadow Pokemon, and I didn't play it. So.
Oh, okay.
I think there would have been a Pokemon. Is it Pokemon Colosseum? Is Pokemon Colosseum the game we're talking about? Yes.
Well, that's two. Yeah, Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, and Pokemon Colosseum. There were two.
I don't know if they were both adventure games or whatever, but all I remember is that we would have used that to play the Game Boy Advance games, when you're in competitions and stuff. That was make the Pokemon appear 3D on screen.
You've also put on your list here renting games from Blockbuster.
Oh.
If you were born after the year 2000, you're not going to know what the hell we're talking about.
I don't know why I put that. I felt, you know what, I do have one memory about this.
Yeah.
I would have definitely rented games for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's how I rented Pikmin and some other titles or whatever. But I remember Starfox Adventures was always not sold out, not available. It didn't have enough copies. And then one time, it was months, years later, it was finally there. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to play it. I mean, I have played it, but I just remember, I'm like, nah, this game's dumb. I don't want to do it. I don't want it.
Okay. I never played it. I don't know. I heard people were not happy about it, but I heard some people were really happy about it and loved it. So, whatever.
But I guess, the GameCube, the origins of a lot of our favorite series. Pikmin started in GameCube. Super Mario Strikers,
Fire
Metroid
Emblem?
Prime, Monkey Ball, Fire Emblem was the first 3D one. You had that game.
Yeah,
I didn't. Is that the one where you turn into an animal?
That's the one with Ike.
Yeah, but does he turn into? Is it you fight people that turn into animals?
Ike doesn't turn into an animal, but from memory, maybe mission 6 or 7, you get two beast characters. They turn into
I remember watching that on a boat. I think I watched you play. There's definitely some bit on a boat.
They were on a boat. Yep, they were on a boat. That's what I'm talking about. That games like that. Fire Emblem's another one. The old, just those games from 2000, 2010. They're just so cumbersome to try and get and play nowadays.
Paper Mario, you know what? The people are craving a good Paper Mario, and I like the latest one. But Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door. People are waiting on that one.
Yeah,
Pikmin 2. So many memories on Pikmin 2.
So many memories. Obviously, Pikmin 3 so much better, but we still played thousands of hours of Pikmin 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Before Pikmin 3. Oh yeah, look, there's a trailer for Tales of Symphonia coming up now. That makes me happy.
I look after you. Well, Nick, I think we're nearly at the end. What do you think? Is there anything we're missing to talking about the game? We could talk about individual games a lot more if you want. Or do you think this is
what about just the discs? How cute! There was nothing like it just
The mini, the GameCube mini disc was so cute. So cute, right?
And that was so that people couldn't pirate them or whatever it was. Is that what it was?
Yeah, well, I feel like, people definitely pirated the PS1, right?
PS2.
I remember school kids like, oh, give me $5 to pay for a disc and I'll burn you one, bro. I'm sure the PS2 got pirated because, I didn't have a PS2. I didn't have an Xbox. I don't think you did.
No.
But yeah, the GameCube mini disc I felt like was purely so it was harder to pirate.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but that's what I feel.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's why it was there. But damn, there were some cute little discs. I don't know what else is there. Oh, it's like so much.
I've definitely got some in the cupboard. I haven't sold Wind Waker. I can't bring myself to do it. The controller, I love the Z button on the controller.
There's still so many games like that. My dad and I played a bunch of Need for Speed Underground 2. I played like Lord of the Rings, like the
Lord of the Rings
games.
2 or 3.
Well, 2. I played so much of Lord of the Rings 2.
Two Towers.
Soul Calibur. We played a lot of Soul Calibur. Sonic Heroes, just the Sonic games.
You played a lot of Sonic Heroes, not me.
I played a lot of Sonic Heroes, but like...
Was Beautiful Joe 2? Well, I know 1 was. Was 2 on GameCube as well?
Yeah, Beautiful Joe 1, 2, and I also bought Red Hot Rumble, which was like the multiplayer sort of Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Did you play a lot of Time Splitters as well? I felt like that was...
we hired a lot of Time Splitters.
I think I must have played Time Splitters 2 with my friend on PS2. Luigi's Mansion? And the first one sucks.
Yeah, but...
Beyond Good and Evil, Nick?
Beyond Good and Evil. I remember I hired like Bait and Kados as well.
Yeah, that wasn't for me. Was that a card battler RPG?
Yeah, it looked cool, but on the box it looked cool, but it was a card game.
Prince of Persia, Zelda, Four Swords. Actually, you know what? We didn't talk about the GBA link cable, but I don't think you had that experience. I know.
No, I only did that. I only did that because you came over and you brought Metroid Fusion and we plugged it in to get the extra stuff for Metroid Prime.
Surely we played Four Swords Adventure. Who did I play that with?
No, we did. We definitely played Four Swords Adventure, but also remember there was like an Ocarina of Time Master Quest port that you had with Wind Waker that we played through as well.
I mean, I've got that. I'm itching to get up to get that out of the cupboard and throw it in front of the camera, but
so
I
many
won't.
Games, so many memories. Like I just, and I like after this podcast now, I have so many of these fond memories coming up where I really wish that they find a way soon to restore or bring back some of these GameCube games and put them into some sort of little library for people to play, because there's so many good gems there, and there's some big turds, but I don't know if we'll ever get to play Mr. Como's again. But if they were to release a new
I don't think I need to or want to.
I would totally buy a new Mr. Como's.
But Nick, I think that's it. I think we might be rambling on now about all these other just random memories about GameCube. You know, this is maybe under an hour, this one. So how about that?
Shorter, which is nice.
So yeah, do you wanna take us home, Nick?
Well, if you are still listening, thank you. We appreciate you. All of our friends and family and fans who've watched it and joined. We got a lot of people that really loved us for that Mormon podcast. So thank you for all the feedback from that one. But don't forget, subscribe, like us on YouTube, all that sort of stuff. Share us with your friends. Leave a comment. We're not discussing comments anymore. Maybe we'll go back to doing that. But
I like discussing comments, but no one leaves any. And Nadia, if Nadia listens, she's hot because she really wanted a timestamp for that.
I she'll not listen to this podcast. Actually,
no, she.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget, we'll be back again next week. Hopefully we won't skip it.
I feel like I was itching. We missed a week. Sorry, everybody.
We did, yeah. But we love you lots. I love you too, Jeffrey.
All right, I love you, Nick. My dogs are barking, so it's time to go.
Time to go.
Bye.
Bye.